Do it.
Yeah.
I met James and his beautiful wife. I want to thank you guys for coming on the program.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, it was great. Michael met you recently, like yesterday?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
He met us at a Delaware Tech conference for
financial literacy.
James.
Absolutely.
Jason Rodriguez.
Jason Rodriguez, yeah. Has a lot of energy.
I know. Yeah, he's been on lots of times.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your company.
Well, JFINTV, Lyrical Math, is a hip-hop based math curriculum designed for middle school students primarily. But when you look at the album, it's for any child who listens to hip-hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we were talking earlier and I said I saw your business card, honestly, I thought you guys made up the word edutainment. I'm like, that's so clever. But talk, and it makes sense because if you think about when we were little, we learned all the words to songs. Didn't
Absolutely.
We? Right. We knew all the words to songs. So this is that concept.
Absolutely. Basically, if you remember Schoolhouse Rock,
Oh, yeah.
it's the modern Schoolhouse Rock.
Okay.
My mom used to buy them VHS tapes for me stacked. And it had dust on them even back then because I thought the music was just corny.
Right.
Yeah, so this is more relevant, it's relatable, and it still gives you that edgy feel that most students, children are used to on the radio.
Okay.
So yeah, this is commercial radio, real relevant educational hip hop.
So what put this in your heart to do this?
Well, I've been rapping since I was 9 years old. I've been teaching for 13 years between Chester, Wilmington, and Newcastle. And a lot of my teaching experience when I would teach directly with the curriculum was saying to teach like the students, they would get bored and disengaged. And so just using the talent that God gave me, I would put what they needed to learn into lyrics. And then when I would do that, they would grasp the concept, and then they would excel on their tests. And so over time, I continued to create more lyrics with the concepts that the students had to learn. And with my husband, he said to me one day, he had a senior project at WilmU.
Absolutely.
And he said, well, how about we do something together in the classroom. And so I was about to teach a concept on adding integers. And so I said, well, before I introduce it, how about, you shoot a video for it? And so I acted as a student and a teacher in the video. Yeah. And
it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah,
it's about a 5-minute video.
Right. And it taught a rap through hip hop. So I was a teacher and I taught the student.
And I mean, we really blew it up because in movies and videos, you have to exaggerate what you really see in real life. So as a student, she was sucking her teeth. She was on Facebook. Like real flamboyant too, right? And then she was making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while the teacher was teaching, drooling, all that. So yeah, we covered all of that. And it was funny, it was comedic. But again, it all tied into hip hop.
Right.
So this is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And so then I ended up saying the lyrics to the student, and then the student grasped the concept and the video cut out. And so I took the video into my class, created a pre-test and a post-test. Gave them a pre-test on the concept. I hadn't taught it yet that school year. Showed the video, it was about 5 minutes. Right. And then gave them a post-test, and their comprehension went up.
The
60%.
data was crazy.
It went up 60% at that point. It was like
61.7%.
No, that was for the summer program.
No, the summer program was 56.7. I know the numbers.
Okay.
She's the creative one, right? And the pillar to our curriculum. But when it comes to the business part, I got the numbers down.
I got you. So
she had three classes in Chester. She had her honor class, well, her highest performing class, her intermediate class, and then she had her low performers. And the low performers were the DF students. This was from what she told me.
Right.
And so after we created this video and she took it into her classroom, she gave them all the pre-test. They watched the video and the post-test, and the DF students are the ones that had the 61.7% increase in comprehension with adding integers.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
And so he then, said, well, we need to make this happen outside of your class because you only get a handful of students every year. How can we allow students all across the world to, benefit from this?
Well, honestly, what I said was, when we looked at the data she brought home that night, I said, how many people do you want to help? And then she said, as many people as we can.
So this is a teacher's guide. Tell me, I wanted to ask, how has the education system responded to this?
But we're looking for someone that is willing to
step up.
To step up, and because what we're noticing a lot of administrators are looking for is data, something that already has
research
been proven.
Right.
And so they don't want to be the guinea pig,
Right.
you know. So we're looking for someone who's willing to test it out, you know, for the length of the program, the 20-week program. We did get the piloted for a program at Eastside Charter that was a summer enrichment program, but it was only for a 4-week window. So the schools, they're really looking for an extensive amount of data.
Right.
So that's what we're waiting to get.
So right now I have the teacher's guidebook. You have
We have
also
a
the student workbook.
Sorry,
No, it's
student
okay.
workbook.
And then you have the resource. What is
This
this?
is the resource assessment book.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what every classroom would need to gauge the student's comprehension
Gotcha.
level.
Right.
If they are actually responding or learning from what the curriculum introduces.
So I guess it's kind of subjective, like what age group it would be applicable for, because you know you can have a 10-year-old who is advanced in math, but then you're going to have a 13-year-old who needs more help in math.
Absolutely.
Is that correct? And
Yeah,
who
absolutely.
this is geared
Good.
to?
That's an excellent point. So again, this curriculum was designed for primarily middle school students, 5th through 8th graders. But our first classroom set purchase was at a charter school, Delaware Military Charter School, and it was a purchase for their what they call a remedial math class. The 8th grade students who are transitioning to high school, but not.
Actually, they're 9th graders.
Right.
Thank
Yeah.
you. They're in 9th grade, but they're not up to 9th grade
Right.
standards. So they purchased our curriculum to address those needs, those basic math skill needs.
I have another question.
Yeah.
So if I was a teacher, I can't rap. How do I teach this? How does
You don't, and that's a great thing, because even the teacher who is at Delaware Military Academy, she doesn't rap at all. So we made the teacher guidebook very dummy-proof. So
It's scripted.
It's
Okay.
scripted. You know how to implement each worksheet, how to introduce the track that goes with that particular concept for that lesson. So really, you let the album speak.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to be.
It's
an
well
artist
thought
at all.
out, and basically you can look at it this way: you take in 13 years of math experience, bachelor's and a master's degree, and you put it into this curriculum so that the individual who's implementing the curriculum doesn't have to have those degrees and can still effectively implement this curriculum with the students it addresses.
So it's great that you're here, and we're gonna, you know, I want to allow you guys to go over and perform for us.
Right.
But
Sure.
how do, like, if I had a child who didn't go to your class in your school,
Right.
how is there any other way that can we buy these as parents?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, they're currently on sale now on Amazon or through our website.
Okay.
And you can purchase through PayPal. And what's beautiful, we just set up the website where we have 10-second sample tracks of the entire album, so a parent can go on there and just hear it, get a feel for it before they make their purchase.
Okay.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's www.
JFIN.TV.
Okay. We'll make sure that we put that on the segment when we
Please.
post this. So anything else before we go to break so you guys can get set up? Anything else you want to talk about?
Support hip hop music.
Yeah, support
that
hip hop
matters.
music that matters.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's a lot of students that really enjoy the genre of hip hop. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of hip hop that's appropriate
Healthy alternatives
for them.
Yeah, and this is, and if I could share, we've been receiving emails and phone calls from parents that are just happy with the purchase. You know, it's just amazing when you have a parent call you and say, "Hey, this album is hot. I'm buying it for my niece. Can I meet you somewhere?"
That's
because
great.
they don't want to buy it on PayPal. They want it. They want it now.
Right.
So I'm meeting parents in different facilities in Wilmington. Like, hey, here you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, Keziah, James, thank you so much.
Thank you
We're
for
going to
having
go to a
us.
break, and when we come back, you guys will get to hear Lyrical Math for yourself. We'll be right back.
Isn't it a beautiful morning? Yes. What about the cereal though?
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
really
these
like it.
granola things. They're too chunky.
I love them.
I don't like it. Yeah. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a professional basketball player, a math teacher, a veterinarian, and an animal rescuer.
Wow.
I don't know which one I'm going to be first, but what I do know is that I'm going to college.
Gotta be smart to go to college.
I already know division.
Well, bro, you're off to a great start. I can see it.
Me too.
Divide and do this line dance. Divide and do this line dance. On the count, 1, 2, 3. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands down. Push them out. Break it down. Turn left. Now rock with it. Do it. Divide. Put the number on the top. Multiply. Put the number on the bottom. Subtract. Bring it down. Bring it down. And then I'ma do it again. Divide. Put the number on the top. Multiply. Put the number on the bottom, subtract, bring it down, and then I'ma do it again. Divide, put the number on the top, multiply. Put the number on the bottom, subtract, bring it down, and then I'ma do it again. Put your hands up, put your hands up, push your hands down, push them out, break it down, turn left, now rock with it. Oh.